Nicola Sturgeon and her SNP were humiliated in the House of Commons on Wednesday after a Tory MP claimed more people in Scotland voted for Brexit than have ever voted for the Separatist Party. During the House of Commons clash, Conservative MP Craig McKinley hit out at SNP Westminster leader Ian Blackford over the number of Scots who have voted for his party. Mr McKinley claimed more people voted for Brexit in Scotland than have ever voted for the SNP. Mr McKinley said, "Is it not the case that the injudicious dropping of a crisp packet would be enough for the SNP to be asking for an extension of the IP or the scrapping of the whole project altogether? Might I remind the SNP, I wonder if he has the figures, that there were more people voted for Brexit in Scotland than have ever voted for the SNP." Mr Blackford responded, "Really? Is that the best that Thanet can send to the House of Commons? Heaven help them. I've got to say that we were told that if we stayed within the United Kingdom in 2014, Scotland would be respected, that we were to lead the United Kingdom, and the question for his government is why do they not respect that Scotland voted to stay in the European Union?" However, earlier this week political scientist Professor John Curtis revealed there has been a shift in support towards Scottish independence from both pro-EU and Brexit supporters in Scotland. The politics expert told Times Radio the coronavirus pandemic may have led to a rise in support for Scottish independence. Professor Curtis said, "The polls this year are saying that both groups have become a bit more pro-yes, although Remain voters are still much more likely to be in favour of yes than Leave voters. Leave voters are now switching to some degree. It is no longer obvious whether this most recent increase is to do with Brexit as opposed to something else. The most obvious something else is of course coronavirus." He continued, "It is probably true that more people across the whole of the UK, not least England, now realise that quite a lot of life in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland is not run by the UK government in London.